Welcome to Monday Mindsets. This is a new series that I'm going to try to film to upload, basically with like a soft introduction to goals, mindset, motivation, accountability, all of the good things. I did want to start this a couple of weeks back because obviously 2026 is just around the corner, and I think that the last couple of weeks of the year are the best time to start thinking about what you want from the year ahead. So you're starting basically January ready to go. So the thing that I thought I would share with you for the first Monday Mindset is a tool that I've been using called the Wheel of Life, and it looks like this. So this is a blank one, and it's really good if you're not sure what your goals are going to be for next year, that you can fill this in or plot it through, and it can really help highlight and then focus you in on the areas that you want to work on. So this is a standard wheel. You can actually put whatever topics you want, but on the standard one, they are broken down into like pizza slices, I'm going to say, of family, friends, recreation, spirituality, finances, personal growth, business and career, health and fitness, and relationships. And basically what you do is under each of those titles, you give yourself a score out of 10. So 10 being it is absolutely amazing. There is nothing at all possible that you could do to improve it. And 1 being it couldn't possibly be any worse. So ideally, you are looking to score everything somewhere around the middle, because like there are very few times when things couldn't possibly be any worse, but it might be that in your circumstances you're like, genuinely, that's how it feels. And obviously the same with 10 being there would be very few occasions when something could not possibly be better. Like there's always a little bit more that you could get out of the topic. So that's the Wheel of Life. And then what you do is you take a quiet, however long, and you score yourself in each of the areas. And then it gives you the opportunity then to reflect on what your top 3 are. So which areas have scored the highest? Why have they scored the highest? So you've got a chance to almost to be like thankful for, actually, I don't know, one of my highest scorers is family and friends and relationships, because I feel like I'm in a good spot with my kids, my husband, so that feels like it's a really positive thing. Could it be any better? Maybe, but they're like my top level ones. So yeah, you do your plotting of each of the pizza pieces. You write down what your top 3 are and why they feel like your top 3, and then you then highlight from that which are your 3 areas in which you would like to improve, and what would it take to get them at a higher score. It's basically just like that. This I've just put onto like a Word document, so if anybody wanted this, then my email will be in the description box of this video. Just email it to me and I will send it over as a PDF that you could print out or you can open up and work through. You don't have to do that. You can like Google and there'll be images there. You can just draw your own. But yeah, so your pizza, your pie, your wheel, what 3 things that you are happy with and why, and which 3 areas you want to work on, and what can you be doing. So I have, in true Blue Pizza style, prepared one earlier. So this is what mine currently looks like. No surprises in my one of my worst scoring items is health and fitness, because, and I think I gave mine a 4.5, because it's just still not there yet, and I don't know how else I can attack this in a way that's going to feel positive, feel right for me, but actually have some sort of impact. So yeah, so that's one of my lowest ones. The other one I put down quite low is recreation. I don't feel like maybe I spend enough time or appreciate the time that I get, that stuff when I'm doing things that I like. So those was actually my 2 lowest. I'm going to show you back on here. And then I think next to that was possibly business and career, and that's all to do with I love my day job 100%. Do I think I've got a little bit more to give? I think I do, and then maybe that's why this was a little bit lower, because I was thinking I need to potentially next year just focus on whether or not this coaching part to my personality, or that, or as a business idea, has got any room to grow. So yeah, as I say, I've not done the writing yet, but this is a really good way of saying, being able to visualize. If you're a visual person, it's lovely to look at. You can then look at what you're scoring higher, or you feel you're scoring the highest on, and then look at what you feel like you're scoring the lowest on, and that gives you something to work on. Because sometimes it's like New Year comes along and you've got sort of no real focus on what you want to achieve, and this is just one of the tools that you can use to help focus you down. And I would suggest, or what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do this, I'm going to write out my 3 things I want to work on, why I want to work on them, and what sort of first steps I could be taking. And then I'm going to like revisit this at key points throughout the year and do it again. Like I'll colour again and see how I feel, because it could be it only takes like a week and then something happens and it's like, you know, like your relationship could be really low because you've not met somebody, and then next week you go out and meet somebody and it shoots up again. So it's definitely just another tool that's in the toolbox that can help give you a little bit of focus and give you a little bit of a direction. And I thought to start off my mindful I need to get a name for it. Start off with my Monday mindset, actually having a clear goal to be working towards, or clear aim, is really important, because it helps sort of narrow down what you're prioritising for the year ahead. And this is the first tool that I'm going to be talking about that might help with that, and I thought it's a good time for me to share it. So yes, this is the Wheel of Life. If you wanted a blank copy, I'm more than happy to email it over. There's no charge, it's just I've created it just as like something that I can share if you're interested. But if you're not, I don't want to say struggling, but if you're not quite sure what you want to work on next year, it's a really good way of visualizing the areas in your life, or focusing on the areas in your life that you might want to consider having a goal in. So yes, that's everything for me for this week. I've got a couple of ideas of other goal setting, sort of new year tools that can be used that might be helpful. So if it is something that you're interested in, then do subscribe to my page, or just keep an eye out for the next videos, and I'll try to make sure that they're quite easy to spot. So if you don't want to hear me talking about my weight loss wobbles or the haul that I got from Home Bargains, and you're just interested in this type of thing, it should be quite easily to find. But I would love to have you be with me for all of my videos. So yeah, that's it's nice. It's nice to create a community of supportive people that can be here to cheerlead one another as we work our way through 2026 and achieve the goals that we've set out to achieve. But for now, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.